Hello there, guys. I know I did a radio interview earlier today, but maybe all of you guys didn't get to hear it, and it's going to be on Valerie Denise Jones's Facebook page. I mean, her YouTube page, and I think she takes a couple of days to edit it or whatever, and it won't be released for a few days. But I know that you guys don't know the details if you didn't listen to my radio interview earlier about the Tohme case. Well, what I did was I wrote an article about it, and I'm going to read the article to make it a little bit easier, and then I'm going to put this on my YouTube page so that you guys can have it. So I'm going to read the article that I wrote and I sent out to a lot of people. Let's turn my camera around. Okay, here's the article that I wrote to a lot of people. So I'm going to read it because it'll explain everything much easier than me just rambling on. Okay, it's from Michael Jackson Insider. It's called Michael Jackson and Tohme Finally Call It Quits by Pearl Jr. I wrote this just a little while ago. I just finished. All right, here we go. A man who called himself Dr. Tohme is not actually a doctor, but he was contracted as the manager / publicist for the King of Pop from January 2008 until May 2009, has finally settled their legal dispute before the entire facts were revealed. Tohme had first filed a claim with the Michael Jackson estate back in 2009 for alleged commissions owed for deals Michael Jackson contracted during his employ with Mr. Jackson. That claim was denied and led to a multi-million-dollar lawsuit filed in 2012 for breach of contract. Tohme wanted 10%, 15%, and even up to 50% of Michael Jackson's earnings from the refinancing of Neverland, the real property and personal property contained within, the highly successful This Is It documentary film, and there was even mention of the Cirque du Soleil shows. The jury trial started on Tuesday, May 14th, and ended in stunning fashion on May 21st, 2019, with a non-disclosed settlement agreement. On Monday, May 20th, 2019, Tohme was on the witness stand being questioned by his attorney, James Curry, detailing a summary of his business relationship with the King of Pop. They discussed how Simon Fuller, yes, the creator of American Idol, and Morgan Stanley Investments both passed on refinancing Neverland that was close to being foreclosed upon until Colony Capital's Tohme, a business associate tied to ADIA, which is Abu Dhabi Investment Authority, and the United Arab Emirates, estimated to be as much as $875 billion, has gotten a hold of the King of Pop, apparently introduced to Michael by his brother Jermaine. There seems, I'm sorry, I'm reading, so I'm sorry if I can't get it perfectly on the screen. Maybe I should move back. There seemed to be some crucial issue over the authenticity of two signed and notarized powers of attorneys that Jackson's attorney insinuated could be forged with Michael Jackson's signature, that things got testy and seemed to be a weakness in Tohme's claims. That was the last point of contention before the pre-scheduled break. Suddenly, after the last break of the day was over, Tohme's lawyer stated that Tohme was too ill to return to the witness stand, and Judge Mark Young dismissed the jury until 9:30 a.m. the next morning. Tohme stated to me, he must have gotten sick from eating vegan food for lunch and threw up a few times. But After the jury was gone and court was over for the day, Tohme remained in the courthouse and was having an intimate conversation with Michael Jackson's estate attorney, Howard Wiseman. It was strange seeing opposing sides huddled so close together, walking slowly in the courthouse corridor, conversing as if they were on the same team of a secret mission. It wasn't until the next morning it all made sense. As the jury was awaiting entry into the courtroom nearing 10 a.m., the judge, the attorneys for both sides were all inside the courtroom discussing a vital issue. Finally, around 10:15 a.m., the jury was allowed into the courtroom after anxiously waiting for Tohme to continue his testimony about his association with the world's biggest superstar. But it was Judge Young who kindly informed the jury that both sides had decided to settle the case and their service was over, and thanked the jury for their time. The jury was obviously shocked and seemed disappointed their intimate involvement with the most famous entertainer in the world was over without warning or completion of the tales of Mr. Jackson's affairs before, during, and after he was announced dead. The judge did not state the settlement amount, but it would seem fair to say it was between $3 to $5 million for Tohme, who had contracts, witnesses that testified Tohme orchestrated or was involved with deals Michael Jackson signed in 2008 and 2009. Oh, one more interesting detail. It seemed that Tohme was in financial straits because the man who once had affiliations and meetings with billionaires like Tom Barack of Colony Capital and entertainment mogul Philip Anschutz, whom both signed contracts with Michael Jackson for Neverland in 2008 and AEG Live's This Is It in January 2009, was driving a Mercedes-Benz that was about 20 years old. Not sure Tohme ever financially rebounded after being fired by Barack's Colony Capital in July of 2009 after earning commissions of over $4 million from 2007 to 2008. Ironically, less than 2 miles from Michael Jackson's rented Carolwood mansion, records show that $5.8 million Bel Air mansion Tohme and wife Wendy Tohme apparently purchased just 3 weeks after Jermaine Jackson announced his brother, the legendary King of Pop, dead on June 25, 2009, still has not been resold, therefore increasing in value to over $8 million today. Could mean that Tohme was simply on big wig hiatus, and perhaps with Tohme's newly awarded settlement money, he can get back into the billionaires' boys club. So watch out, because Reverend June Gatlin recorded a phone conversation with Michael in 2009 and told her he was scared of Tohme because he was trying to control every aspect of his life and he didn't like it, and that Michael didn't even know how much money was in his accounts. Turn the camera around. Okay. So that is the gist of what happened. Okay, in court, Randy Phillips had testified, and there were other people who said, "Yeah, Tohme was there. Yeah, Tohme was a part of the deal. Yeah, Tohme. So the estate, in my opinion, when I left court on Friday, I was like, "There's no way Michael's going to owe him money. Tohme is getting paid." Okay. And then on Monday, I was like, "Ooh, something's up. What the heck is up?" And that's why I had tweeted or posted that some interesting elements had happened yesterday, but I didn't get into the details because I was speculating that perhaps they were talking about a settlement, in which if they were talking about a settlement, okay, and that a settlement happened. But I got something kind of interesting, guys. Back in 2009, I think it was 2009, let me show you guys. Okay, I'm gonna turn my camera around. Okay, this date, I'm gonna turn my camera around. This is so exciting. You know, if you wait long enough, you're gonna get more information to substantiate a claim that you made. So I'm gonna show you guys. This is my Constant Contact archives. And in this archives that was dated around February 2009, I had reported that American Idol was filmed in Michael's Carrollwood house. Okay, it says here, what does American Idol and Michael Jackson have in common? Apparently a house. Now I sent this out, but the house that was used for American Idol's elimination round airing February 11, 2009 is the house the King of Pop, Michael Jackson, is currently leasing. The front of the house is exactly the same, and so is the interior with the tall vase and all. Below is the hallway Idol contestants walk down to here if they were going home or becoming a part of the show's final 36. I hope you didn't miss this episode because the house is absolutely beautiful inside and out. The house is reportedly worth $38 million and leases for $100,000 per month. And then I wrote here, I guess these pictures aren't available anymore in my archives because this is 10 years old. Okay, an insider told me the house is owned by a prince that is affiliated with designer Christian Adige. I remember that name. Gosh, I'll have to tweet it to you guys, the name, because I remember the name. Michael Jackson attended Christian Adige's birthday party in May 2008. Reportedly, Mr. Adige and guests were photographed in a car leaving the same house circa January 2009. And this is a photo of Michael Jackson with Christian Adige during the same visit. Therefore, reports of MJ is suffering from a disease-eating superbug called MRSA are apparently untrue. Michael's nose looks fine. It has been confirmed that the singer suffers from the skin depigmenting disease vitiligo. And then I had a picture here. So now that I was sitting in the courtroom, let me turn the camera around. Okay, I was sitting in the courtroom, right? And then they started talking about Simon Cowell and how Simon Cowell, they were discussing, some deals with Michael Jackson with Simon Cowell. And I was like, oh my God. So I was right about the house because the house looked exactly the same. Now, the reason why I got confused, because just like there's tract homes in regular communities, there are similar like tract homes in Bel Air too. And like a few blocks away is the exact same house that I saw. And I was like, well, maybe they stayed at the other house. But now that Tohme said they were dealing with Simon Cowell, maybe I was right about them filming that episode of American Idol in the house that Michael rented. That would make perfect sense, right? Can you believe that? So anyway, guys, I thought I would fill you in on the Tohme case. And I'm not sure, is there anything else that I need to tell you guys? Let me see. Nope, I think that's it. Oh, of course. How do I afford to do all these things, right? Well, you have to order your copy of the Alive trilogy of Michael Jackson documentaries right there. That's available on Amazon.com, or you guys, I'd like you guys to go on Vimeo. You can go on Vimeo.com right now and watch them on your device and keep them, either rent them for 7 days or keep them on your device as a purchase. So anyway, guys, this is Pearl Jr. and I hope to go live in a couple of more days. And hopefully I have some more info. Oh, updates. Thursday is the Michael Jackson estate versus HBO hearing. Ooh, that looks like fun. I'm going. And at least I hope I'm going. I do have something else that I have to do, so I'm hoping that I'm able to be there. And then there's an estate, probate, the Michael Jackson estate. There's a hearing on the 24th on Friday. So that's just kind of an update hearing. I don't know what they're going to talk about, but I'm going to try to go to both. I sometimes I want to go, but you know I have other things that I have to do, so I'm going to try my best to go to both cases and report to you guys. All right. Well, this is Pearl Jr. signing off, and I will see you next time.